Last time on Fringe World's Outer Rim Tales, our intrepid heroes crashed onto the icy surface of Rhen Var. Stranded, they stumbled upon a garrisoned outpost, encountering the organized inhabitants. With few resources to trade, and no credits to spare, our recently liberated heroes from the separatist prison known as the Citadel now face a critical decision: how to escape the frozen, desolate planet.
So when we last left off, folks had decided to have a little rest, have a little sleep, because y'all were exhausted. I'm going to ask for some perception rolls. If you are force sensitive and you have the sense skill, you may apply it.
I can't see anything. I don't know why. Oh,
You can't. Oh.
nope, forget it. I'm good.
Okay.
Good. I mean, technically, Bob, I am force sensitive.
Yep. You have
So
a point in sense. You can apply it as a.
I don't think I have any points in my abilities, though.
Then you cannot use it.
Do you not have?
Yeah. Oh no, I have 1D in sense. You have to have. If you're force sensitive, you have to have it. Yeah. So how would that work? Would I just add 1D to perception?
Yeah, add a bonus 1D, which I think when you trigger the roll, it asks you. There's one place for pips and another place for dice. Make sure you get that one right.
Okay, how do we do this again?
Then you may also apply your bonus for your race.
Pips.
Oh,
no, bonus dice,
this,
not
just
pips.
Raw perception, Bob?
One roll.
Yes, if you don't have it. Yes.
There you go. Oh, come on. Oh. Seems like a kick in the teeth. You're like, force die, and then whatever the red skull die is.
I rolled 2 dice, and I got an explosion and a skull.
Yeah, that's when I saw that too. Seems a little bit dirty. I still like it though, Dave. Not like a ton, but you know.
Yeah.
Hello, Dave.
Waiting on Flint here.
Hold on, sorry.
Come on, Blanco Nino.
I could just play in a couple of video games here real quick. Like 2 at once? Yeah.
I'm trying to do this and play a video game at the same time. It's really difficult.
Yeah, if you guys could just be quiet and not talk at all, that'd be great. Oh.
You're like, I'm live streaming this video game right now.
Does anyone else hear that music, and is it really loud?
I don't hear anything.
Nope.
Nope.
It came on and then came off. Like
Yeah,
right now. That's
Are
too funny.
You've been playing too much of that game, Flint.
Oh, maybe it is the game I'm playing right now. Wait. No, I'm just kidding.
I got music in your head now.
That was very weird. Anyway, yeah, okay.
All right,
Good,
I am gonna play music, so get ready to turn it down if you need to. 'Cause
Sounds
that's what
good.
we do in this
Just
setting.
blast it, Bob, like paralyzingly loud.
Yep. Ready? Boom.
Paralyzing. We just fall off our chairs.
It's light for me, but we'll see what it is for everyone else. Okay. How are we gonna do it? We're gonna do this kind of like in the moment thing versus like versus giving the detail ahead of time. So we're gonna play through a couple of different points of view in this. Flint, your character, you see yourself standing in a hall. Looks like some sort of almost like a dungeon, right? And in the hallway, other than the lighting, there's a cave-in of rocks. And you see the boy, the stowaway that's with you now, Max. He's standing near the rocks. And beside you, is Presh'irem'nordo, the blue-skinned one. You see Max turn to you, and then all of a sudden, the ground gives way underneath him. Okay?
So it gives way underneath Max or both of them?
Underneath Max.
Okay.
You wake up. You first. You wake up to the sound of a door opening. The door opening. Everyone's gonna rouse here, but you're like ahead of time. And you see someone has just left.
Someone. Oh.
Look on the map.
Do I know
if you're
who
not
it
looking
is?
on the map.
Yeah, I am. I know who it is, but I'm just saying I'm laying down at this point. So I'm going to jump up and look around to see either who's come, who's gone, that kind of thing.
There's no sign of Max, but as you jump up, the other one to respond immediately is Mike Presh. So Presh, you wake up as well. You had some kind of weird sense to you. You couldn't really quite place it. Something seemed like alarmed. Perhaps it was the door swinging open.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look around. Like,
just a change in pressure or what?
And do I see that, Bob? Do I see that Mark or that Max is going?
Yes, I've established that. Yep, you bet.
Okay.
The last thing we did was we bunked down, right?
Yeah, you decided.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, right. No, perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna go toward the door then instantly.
Okay, when I see Flint get up, I'm gonna kind of take a look around the room just to see if anybody else is up. Just get a read on everybody.
I techno snore.
It sounds like a broken alarm clock.
Sounds like Sandstorm.
Sorry, I'm talking away on mute. So we got Presh.
Yeah, I was just like, man, it's really quiet.
Yeah, we got Vaan going to the door. What about Presh? The old blind lady has stood up, and Griff has begun to like rouse, like he's waking up now.
I'd get up and take a look around, just kind of be like, wait, where's the kid?
You don't see him.
That's a good question.
Quick question. Now that I've rested, am I able to move my wound status up another one?
With a simple rest, yeah, we're gonna allow you to, but it's kind of. Does that put you at healthy?
Just 1 sec. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, we'll assume that not yet for this scene, but effectively yes. Went through this moment, so you're kind of waking up. You're still sore for the effects of this scene, right? But you after this scene will let you set to healthy. So, Presh, you don't see the boy either, and you see Vaan making his way right for the door.
Yeah, because Presh said something. He's like, "You've seen the kid." I'll be like, "I thought I heard somebody leave, and he's gone." And I'm not going to turn around. I'm just going to kind of head out the door while I'm saying that.
Okay. I would let him go after him and basically just go over and start getting, well, I guess, as prepped as I can, whatever I've got on me.
Yeah, so you put your personal effects on.
Yeah.
So do I see? I can see Max on the map. Do I see him down there, Bob?
Yeah, he seems to, the equivalent of like the kid staring at the empty closet at night. It's that vibe. He's just staring
Like-
at the rocks.
Like just like this is weird, or like the horror version of that.
It's like the horror version of that. Like
Okay.
He doesn't seem like he's sleepwalking, effectively.
It's probably fine, Flint.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
Okay. Everyone, I'll take a dex roll, please.
You want a dex roll from me as well, Bob?
Yes, please.
Where are you, Dex? There you are.
And strictly Dex on its own, nothing with this one.
Oh, Jesus.
In this particular.
Holy crap! My first 3 dice were all explosion dice.
There's a bit of a tremor underneath you all, and there's like, this base isn't entirely structured, so it's like a lot of it is metal at this point, but it's clear that some of it's been left to it. Especially this area looks kind of still under construction
Dodgy.
or reconstruction, and so there's debris kind of falling. Vaan, you actually, what were you about to do before that dex roll?
I was gonna head toward him.
Okay.
Like
You
I
start to
saw him
move.
in
And the tremor kind of throws you backwards against this wall.
Okay.
Think like Star Trek, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You'll fly off this
the
Yeah.
stumble. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone
You're
else,
instantly killed.
If you weren't awake before, you are now from that tremor. No one rolled a 1, so yeah. Everyone's staying awake.
What's that?
I'm going to assume, Bob, that I'm involved in something, so I'm just going to wait until you
Yeah.
prompt me to...
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see if anyone has any action here, anything they want to do.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm not
What
hearing
was
much.
that?
At the minute I can get back up, Bob, I'm gonna start heading toward Max again.
Okay.
Because that dream kind of bothered me, and I think that this tremor now could be possibly related.
Okay, start moving your token then.
Oh, I can now. Okay.
All right. There is another tremor. This time I'm not going to force a dex roll, but it's enough to make everyone stumble. Won't make anyone fall. Assuming everyone is where they wanted to be at this point, no one wanted to add or do anything else, correct?
No, not yet.
That's correct.
Yep. Good where we're at.
Dave, you're good.
Yeah, and he's just making sure his suit is ready to go and kind of stumbling around.
Okay. This tremor doesn't stop, and much like the image you had in your head, not entirely the same, but similar, Vaan. You see the ground
Okay.
underneath Max begin to crack.
Okay, I'm gonna run up there. Can I get there in time?
You can try. What is your intention aside from running?
No, I made it.
What is your intention aside from running? Is more than
No, I made it. No, I already made it.
Is just to get, like, I don't want him to fall. Like, so I'm just thinking if I can get there and try and grab him or something like that. I'm mostly just reacting out of like
Yep.
I need, timing and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just gonna look for the right. I don't know what this would be in this particular case. It's almost like I want to say it's a dex related thing. It could be dodge. I think we'll do it in two different ways. The first is kind of like a dodge for your reaction to this, to remain on foot and to stop yourself from falling. And then there will be a general like climbing, jumping kind of roll to catch and help Max.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dex first.
Yes. Okay.
Not fantastic. Well, yeah,
So-
not fantastic.
The wild die going off. The good news is you get there on time, or you get there. You get up to max. Just as you do, the ground opens up.
Shit.
Nice move, Flint.
You're on the edge of it. You can try and grab. A wild die going off on this roll for you will mean that you're going with him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, just give me a climb roll then. You need a 10.
How about 12?
That'll do.
Nope.
Okay,
He said 10.
Bob's
are-
like, did you not hear what I said?
Yeah.
I said 10.
You are now precariously balanced on the edge of this. Let's see. No, you wouldn't have any personal effects, right? You don't have anything on you, really, as far as...
I don't think so. No.
Okay. All right.
Except for your trusty blaster rifle.
Yeah, that's just that. Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna take just sort of one more dodge roll from you, Flint.
Sure.
Okay. You succeed again. So you stop Max from going over. Max, you wake up at this point.
Am I like, okay, yeah, no, go ahead.
You know, you're aware you were dreaming. You remember this bright red light. You remember the I'm trying to think if you would have that knowledge. I think you would. You see this what looks like battle, but you're almost seeing it from like the first person, as you see various lasers, but it's clear that these are not blaster lasers. These are lightsabers. Something you've never seen yourself, but you've heard lots of stories of during the Clone Wars.
Okay.
It seemed like some sort of invasion force or something. Various.
And
colors
so when
of
you
gray.
when you say I saw this, like, what do you mean? Like, where did I see it? Like in my mind's eye, kind of thing,
like
or?
in your dream, like you were.
Oh,
part
okay,
of it.
gotcha. Yeah,
And
okay.
And then, like, as you're waking, that memory's fading. You know, dreams go sometimes. It's almost like
Yeah.
you remember fragments of it, though. You remember that strong feeling. You remember being under threat, and you remember, like, what you're last left with is a sense of fear in someone. It's almost like you're seeing through their eyes. You could see the person standing before them with one of these lightsabers, glowing a crimson red in front of you. And
All right. Well, that's not great news.
All right. So with the cave-in, anyone in the room responding, or y'all just hanging out? Like you heard like what clearly sounded like some kind of like major rockfall and noise outside.
Yeah,
Yeah, as
I'll
soon as
head,
that
head out and
happens-
see.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'd be heading for the door to see what was going on.
Am I part of this discussion, Bob? Now? Hello.
Sorry,
Well,
here I am
but-
talking away
I'm
again. Yeah, I quit.
Bob's
I'm
like,
out,
mind your own
please."
business.
Yeah. Don't ask me questions. I'm the GM. It's like, isn't that how
Stop it!
it works? Yes.
Do as I
so-
say, but we can't hear you.
Yeah. So what I was establishing was you are awake. You're just like, where the hell am I? Like you kind of like you feel someone's arms around you. You're hovering over what looks like a very dark hole. As he pulls you away
Okay.
from it. And
Do I have like a sense that I'm asleep?
that you were asleep? You're awake now.
Okay,
You're
but
awake,
so for me, it seems like this is the kind of okay. So
you know when
if
you
it-
stir out of like sleep, like in those really deep sleeps, and you're kind of like really like almost like confused to where you are. It's that kind of feeling.
yes,
Yeah.
okay. I'm I'll definitely like I'll kind of like reel backwards or fall on my, like
Yeah.
fall on my fall backwards, right? So I can not
Okay, got
die
you.
is the plan, I guess.
I'm assuming the two of you probably did that just to be safe, anyways. Like that's the safest way,
Yep.
you know. So you guys kind of climb back to your feet as the others leave out the door.
Yes.
I'll be like, I'll just mention that, Mark. I'll be like, you okay?
I don't know. So he's gonna like he looks really shook up. I don't know what that, like I try like I saw like I'm not even that's what he sounds like.
He's like just stammering a lot, and
Yeah, he's super shook up because he just has no idea what the heck would just happened to him.
What just
Yeah.
happened to you?
Ass.
ass, you ass.
Yeah, so that's it.
All right. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, let's just get away from here at least.
Yeah, so where actually am I, Bob? Like, am I in the like
Trying to get a
in
sense
that
of your surroundings now? Is that kind of
yeah, like because like I what the heck am I trying to say? Like, aren't I in the that guard room?
Yeah, you're right outside the room you went to sleep in.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not. Yeah, okay, weird. That's bloody weird. Okay.
You'd be really confused how you even got here. I think. Like
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that. Like, what the heck? Like, what the heck are we doing here? Like, where? I'm actually gonna say, like, where are we?
Where are we?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
I'll say like the last thing I remember is the like we got here and then went to the guard room and then that's it. I don't remember anything else.
Well, I woke up. I heard somebody going up the door, and it was you. You must have been sleepwalking or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's a little concerning.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you remember anything else?
No.
Hmm.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Like you just don't remember. All of a sudden, you woke up and you were here.
I was in I don't know, like I remember like would I call it a lightsaber, Bob?
Yeah,
You're on mute
it's
again.
common enough.
Okay.
No, I was just sorry.
Debating. Okay.
Yeah. It's so recent. Like the Clone Wars ended 2 years ago, so I don't see even. You just be familiar with the Jedi. They were the generals of the army that opposed where you were from.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say that then. Like I'm not sure what was happening or where I was, but I saw like a man. Was it a human, Bob? Like, could I tell if it was a human or was it a different class, if you will?
They had like dark robes on, and it was really hard to see. They had clearly a bit of armor on, and they were using the shadows in the room to kind of add to the mystique. So you couldn't really tell their features. They were definitely human.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'll just say I saw somebody. I saw someone with these dark robes and these red eyes. Was it red eyes?
Yeah. Well, you did see dark eyes. Yeah. Dark eyes.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Like, I don't know what was going on. Like, I was at this pit and I felt like I was gonna fall in, and like I saw like a red lightsaber. They had one, and I don't know. I just like it felt like I felt like kind of like I was in trouble, but it wasn't me entirely. Like it's hard to explain. Like maybe it was like someone else was actually like experiencing it. I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of. I don't know. You're probably just tired.
Yeah, I guess.
What sustenance did you give this child specimen before he went for his rest? What did I tell you about eating strange things before bedtime?
I didn't eat anything before bedtime, or did I?
Maybe that's a problem.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you guys were gonna sleep a while and then grab food.
Yes, we were. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe I haven't eaten enough. I don't know.
Everybody good?
I guess.
Yeah, let's.
Very weird. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have much experience with this. I mean, were you hallucinating? Maybe it's. I don't know.
If we had an actual Jedi to talk to, we might be able to find out more.
What do they know?
We've got someone hallucinating now?
Well,
Apparently.
kind of.
Child obviously has an overactive imagination. Perhaps some nourishment will replenish his blood sugar levels.
Perhaps.
Also, how do I not be upside down anymore?
You can use a control on the mouse wheel to spin yourself.
Ooh, control on the mouse wheel.
Anyway, let's get out of here. I don't have
Sure.
a great feeling about this cave in here, and all this stuff is kind of freaking me out. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can go. I mean, let's see if we can go actually find something to eat then.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Right? If that's the plan, yeah, let's do that.
Wish,
Yeah,
they'd
right.
given
Sounds good.
wish they'd given us a heads up on the tectonic shifting going on here. Would have
Yeah,
been
what
nice
was
to be
that?
aware of
What was that about?
What are you talking about?
Same thing. You didn't hear
The
that.
rumbles.
You didn't feel that either. Moments before I grabbed you, that rumble happened in the cave in, kind of like whatever that big fucking hole over there is.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Didn't feel that planet quake?
I didn't feel anything.
It'd be nice to be able to sleep like that for once.
Oh, I don't know. I don't exactly feel rested. It feels more disturbing than anything, but weird. I don't know. I don't like this place.
Yeah, same.
We should get that fixed shipped. We should get that ship fixed and get out of here.
Tired and disoriented.
Yeah, like he's like completely thrown off. Like he's a mess.
That's fair. Like, let's. But you're right. Let's get out of here. Let's get the ship fixed.
I
Let's
need to
go.
talk to
Let's
that
go.
girl again.
What girl?
The one who
Our
brought
host.
us. Yeah, our host.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, let's go find something to eat. Didn't she say something about that last? Like when we wake up, there's food and stuff.
I think so.
Yeah, you guys have not heard from her or seen her yet. So
That's right.
feel free to do what you want to do as a group.
Do we
Well-
know, Bob, where these northern doors go? Have we been to those areas yet, or this is what we see is where we've been so far?
You were told that these were room like quarters, effectively.
Oh, okay, right.
Like
Yeah, can
they're almost
we-
like auxiliary quarters? So for
Okay.
they don't have the kind of people to populate the barracks, but they do have.
Okay.
Um,
And we were
quarters.
definitely told to go check out the ship bay.
I'm gonna start poking my nose indoors, Bob. Like where I am
you were
here.
ever told to go check out the ship. Hey,
We were
you?
definitely told to go
Yeah.
look in there.
Yep.
We were. Yeah.
Hangar.
We
Yeah.
sure were.
Yeah, I'd be poking my
I-
nose into any rooms that.
Every
Open
door
up
that I
that way.
pass that's unlocked, I'm gonna go into.
Yep. Feel free
Yeah,
to
I
move
honestly,
about the
I'm.
cabin, so to speak, folks. You can use the WASD to move about.
So I want to see if there's anybody in these rooms. Because like this looks like it would have held like a lot of people at one point.
Indeed.
Yeah, and then I guess going by the haunted corridor here.
You hear heavy breathing behind you.
You're like, man, I'm out of shape. I need to jog more often.
You get the impression, like, if they just took this over since the Clone Wars, this must have not been their building. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that these inhabitants would have built this place in that amount of time.
Oh, like the people who are here now, you mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah. I'm going to stop right where I am at the expanse there.
Looks like
Thanks,
there's
everyone.
R's on these windows based on what it's showing me and not showing me.
Is this a door?
It's
Right.
locked.
Oh, okay.
You hear the locking mechanism, it does not.
All
You
right.
see
Well,
in the hangar and stuff, you do see like various like staff. They look a lot like those guys with the mask, but without the mask. Most of them are human, but there are some from some of the more common alien species in the galaxy moving about. And are you guys making your way to the hangar? It looks like most of you. Mark, a lot of the
Yeah.
others, just to verify.
Yeah, no, I'm going. Yeah.
All's
You're-
gone.
Right.
Heading over to see what kind of stuff they're working with.
I think as long as you keep like a relative distance from them, like you don't look like you're trying to board or get, too close to it, no one really stops you as you move about and look around.
Are they?
We're not
Is it
stealing the
chaotic
ship.
here, like with the tremors and stuff, or does it look like it was more confined to the tunnel that we were in?
Yeah, you're not seeing any response yet, which makes you think it must have been super localized for
Okay.
them not to be responding here.
Hmm.
I'll give you this though.
You're going to die.
I think for those, give me like a perception roll.
Is it just flat perception, Bob? Or does it have like
It could be.
could it be investigation or search?
Yeah, I'll allow either of those actually.
Well, search, I can't remember now. I think search is when you're looking for like a very specific thing. So I guess I'll just roll investigation. Wow, that was really bad. Holy, 11 on 5 dice.
Yeah. Well, you're just out of it. Like you're not. Ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm just kind of like I'm hungry, but like I'm shaken up about the whole thing, and like he's kind of like looking around. Like this place is like quasi haunted to him now. Like he's just wigged out by the whole place. Like he just wants to be gone. It's this weird big empty base, and he's like, "What the hell is going on here?" And he's not entirely convinced that what he saw didn't actually happen somehow. So,
Right. Absolutely. But you do still have a success, as does Vaan and Presh definitely. I think Presh, you're the first, and Griff, but Presh, you're kind of the first to notice. You smell like this. The hangar smells like fuel, and you're able to quickly decipher, like without any sort of knowledge of spacecraft. It's not really about that. You just know one of these things has been fired up. If you had to guess, probably the big one. And we're gonna say that Presh, you're like, I mean, we'll play into the Chiss side of things, right? You're like doing the whole Sherlock Holmes, tie these pieces together. You're like, it was so recent, it could have actually been, this thing's
everything.
big enough. Yeah, this thing's big enough where it could create some serious vibration, enough to potentially, if something was already, if the ground is already unstable in that area, it could create a sinkhole, definitely. or like trigger it into existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think all of you everyone other than, out of amusement, what is Kanol doing? Because you're the only one who didn't pass. So, so what is?
He's looking. He's looking
Yeah.
at the ship.
Yeah.
He's assessing the current state and
Mhm.
admiring how much better quality it was kept than our previous ride.
Yeah, your old ride looked great on the outside, but man,
Yeah.
was it? Yeah, man, is the technology fried.
What
You
a
notice
piece of
that this
junk.
is and these things are about to scale. Like this is about 80 meters long, and this one's about 20 meters long. So as you look about, this one looks like a serious hauling. You know, this would be like major hauling. Something you do typically for like a company or something, right? This isn't personal freighter kind of business.
No markings or anything on any of the ships that would give away either current or previous affiliations?
No, actually. It looks like, in fact, so little that it's clear that they went out of their way to remove any the equivalent of making sure that these things aren't easy to trace back to previous affiliations.
Yeah, filing off serial numbers, the equivalent of.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going to
Bob,
use
do I
the
know?
example.
Do I know what kind of ship this is?
Which one?
Like this one,
The big one
the
in
big
front of
one.
us.
Yeah. You would. It is something called the Wayfarer, right?
Oh, the Wayfarer. That's what I thought. I was like, out of character, obviously,
Yeah,
but
it's
it was
Wayfarer
looked
hauler.
familiar.
Yeah.
It's a hauler. Okay.
Yep, it is a medium level transport, but it's it's significant. Like I said, 82 meters long.
Yeah, that's
A
huge.
lot of that being the ability to the giant cargo bay. It has the capability of manning it requires like a 10-man crew typically. Like it's not something you and your
You just
buddy
jump into and take off.
you and
Yeah.
your co-pilot run around. You can, but there's going to be a whole lot of things unmanned if you do,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Is that? And you said there were people around, eh? Can I ask them if this is the only hangar? I'm just curious if there's
yeah.
anything else around.
Sure, I think it's going to be amusing because you see one of the guys. Hold on 1 second. So you stop. Where do we want to play this out? You're just going to find like the first person you can interact with, kind of thing?
Yeah.
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 You see someone that's kind of coming around this bend here. We'll put you over there. And Paul, I need some sort of roll from you. Paul, give me a search roll or perception if you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. We'll say for now that you don't see it. Or him, rather. But, then as
You do not see any of the enemies sneaking up on you.
Right. But as you're going around, you see a guy with, looks like he has some kind of sensor in his hand, and a little bit of, like, various technical gadgets on him, every which way. Moreover, I think you're like, maybe, is that a clone? Like, you remember the conversation with Griff earlier. And, anyways, this guy's kind of about to walk past you, like he doesn't really see you, or he's not really paying attention to you. He's looking at one of his scanners. He's walking by you.
Oh, okay. I'll stop now. Excuse me.
Oh, he kind of does a double take. He's like, "Oh, you're one of the newbies." He looks around. He's like, "Are Griff and everyone awake now?"
Yeah, we are. Just and I'll look at the Wayfarer and just be like, it's pretty impressive.
She runs. I suppose that's the important part.
That's true.
Like that is valid.
There's this is quite the hangar. I'll look around at like the unfinished walls, things like that, and just ask them like, is this the only place you guys have ships, or it seems kind of crude in here?
We're not a very big operation, he says. And with that, Paul, we're going to give you one more search just to see if you kind of pick up on the voice, the familiar voice.
Am I back to healthy now, or am I still stunned?
Yeah, you can be back to healthy. There you go. All right. You hear a very familiar voice.
Your own voice.
And you see
Your own
right?
voice.
Voice acted by the same person. No. You see your very old friend.
Is that really you,
Griff.
Spectre?
Guess those clankers couldn't keep you down.
Hell no, you son of a bitch. It's good to see you.
You notice like Flint, like their size is quite a bit different, you know, like the way you might see like twins where one looks insanely less sort of built than the other. It's very clear this guy looks a touch older than Griff and definitely doesn't have the build Griff does.
Okay.
I always thought you'd hold up somewhere here. I never believed you were actually a goner.
It was close.
We've all been there.
Have you all had a chance to eat? Sorry, your friend was just asking me.
I haven't.
Not yet. Got woken up by some earthquakes.
Right. Earthquakes?
Well, probably maybe one of these firing up on second glance.
Is everyone okay?
It was close. There's a new sinkhole over by the barracks.
There's a new sinkhole.
Sinkhole? Haven't had any trouble with that before. Cave's been rather stable.
Well, it doesn't appear to be anymore.
He nods. Well, if you all want, I can show you to the mess hall.
I don't know.
That would be much
We
appreciated.
could sure use your expertise with our ship. Help us get rolling again.
Right.
If you're still the best at electronics that I've ever seen. I don't know.
Uh-oh,
Is that
Dave,
the case?
give me a
Techno
perception
grumble.
roll. Yeah.
No grumble again.
Techno battle.
We're gonna give Dave a slightly less here. It's an advantage whenever anyone's talking shit about being the best. He hears it from a mile away.
His techno ears are burning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you say?
Yeah. He says, well, he says, why don't we head for a meal?
Sounds
Sure,
good.
there's lots to catch up on. Flint, you're pretty good with people, right? And
I'm fairly
you know
decent, yeah.
Yeah, you know this.
You mean
guy.
Flint's character, Bob?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay. Go
yeah.
ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll accept a con or a persuasion roll from, or sorry, let's do a bargain roll. Actually, is the appropriate one to do.
Bargain?
Yeah.
The only one I don't have any extra stats in, but Pretty
I
good
actually
roll
have-
nonetheless.
Appropriate.
I actually have a pretty high bargain myself, which is kind of humorous.
Griff, you also can make that roll. You know him.
A bargain roll?
Yeah. It's just to see what you kind of assess out of the situation.
Where do I find that? 'Cause I
Just
don't
under
have that
perception
skill.
if you don't.
It's under
Perception.
perception. You might not have the skill though.
And if you don't, you just roll
I do not.
perception.
Yeah, then just roll
Yeah, you pick it up
perception.
too. You could tell his response to oh, you can help me out. There's like a pained look. I think you pick up on it in a different way, Flint. Not knowing this guy, you're like, he's not gonna help as much as he, or not so easily,
Right.
anyways. You know what I mean? And you remember the discussion. So I think you're both picking up like either he's a jerk. You can make that assumption. I mean, that goes against how you know him, Griff, or he's following someone else's direction about.
I'll jokingly say to him, or do they not let you out these days?
It's not that they don't let me out. It's just that I know. I heard you need quite a bit of components, and well, we can talk about it over a meal. Says.
Yeah. They just they were very secretive about you when I was asking when I got here.
I think they're still pretty suspicious of anyone that lands on. We're, as you guys are walking. So why don't we just move while we can move our tokens as we go, make it a little more dramatic. So he just says,
Hey, old man, you coming?
Yeah.
I haven't left, I guess.
he says, well, it's just that they didn't exactly want to be found, especially by anyone that might report back to the Empire.
There's no worry of that.
Ain't that the truth?
This is true.
Won't find any fans of the Empire here. Actually, supporters.
Right?
Spies, but no fans.
Yeah, I got all these crazy errors when we left like that. It's like
I got one error came up and then it
Yeah.
cleared.
I got like a million.
I'm still on the.
My
I'm still on
W
the
is lagging
thing.
hardcore. I haven't switched over.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
It's still in the hangar. Oh,
Oh.
there it comes.
Now it's starting to.
Ta-da.
There we go.
That was great. I just saw because I named the tokens what their names were, or if you didn't have names, name them. I just saw old blind lady has moved. You know what I mean? That was like a notification. The old blind lady has moved to the outpost.
Where are we actually going?
Mess hall.
Where's that?
One second.
Not sure.
This
All
way,
right.
apparently.
Up here, guys. I'm just gonna try and fix all your tokens here. Dave, are you stuck? Can you move at all? Or no?
I cannot
not-
move.
I'm not stuck.
Hey, Dave,
I'm running like the wind.
relaunch you because something's going on with you.
Where Dave, you've been deleted.
Again.
You have.
You've been
Death, no
deleted.
death.
Hooray! I'm free.
Wait. No, there we go.
Do.
Okay, it reloaded the same NPCs a million times. Yeah, so we'll say that food is prepared for you in here. I don't really remember what I had for the mess hall. We'll assume it's here. It makes sense that it would be.
It looks like a table, so
Yeah, so we'll say that food's prepared for you here. This wouldn't be the standard barracks. But this is where they're eating for sure. And I'm gonna bring your friend back here. go. Everyone's good. And else
As good as can
Why am I
be.
not- Hold on. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Sorry. Couldn't grab my guy there for a second. There we go.
Right. So we'll say that food's brought into you. You can tell this is definitely like the officer's barracks, which he definitely has access to. So you walk in, you're able to move through. Once you're all sitting down, you can tell that the kind of food that you're eating, this isn't high quality food. This is army ration stuff, military ration stuff. You would imagine that they must live off of predominantly dried foods. Like, there isn't much in the way of wildlife on this planet.
It should be pretty. It should be pretty decent for us, though, right? Since we just came from a prison.
Yes,
I've had better food in prison. Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. You're probably the only one that could say that.
Just like Mom used to make back on the front, hey, Spectre?
Indeed. Yeah. He has no problem with it, neither probably would you. Home cooked meals for you, equivalent. But as you sit down, he says, I hear you had quite the landing.
Yeah.
The landing was perfect.
Is that what
We
we're
barely
calling?
made it.
I beg to differ.
The state of our equipment was deplorable.
Are we eating?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what it was.
You
It
can
was
eat
the
away.
equipment.
Like the food is prepared for you, ready to go within a couple of
Okay,
minutes.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number of like servant staff, probably a droid or two.
Okay.
Given the sorry state of that vessel, it was a minor miracle that I was able to get us to ground.
When you talk shit about it, I watch Typho. See if
I'm,
he-
I'm glaring at him the whole time.
He's like, I'm telling you, it was fine until we got to that damn planet.
Well, we're alive. We made it.
Spectre, what happened? What happened after the Battle of Rhen Var? I mean, much like me, there's presumed dead, no sign of death. But I figured you just found a hole.
Found a hole, but not really voluntarily. I was held prisoner for almost 3 years.
Oh man, I know about that.
3 years.
I barely got out of Coruscant with my skin. We just bust out of a prison too.
Prison.
Yeah, you heard of? I'll say the name of the planet. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Lola
I don't
say
know.
yeah.
You heard of Lola say it's a trade federation
Yeah,
run by
right.
some crazy nuts and bolts.
That's well, it used to be a republic prison, if I remember correctly. It was one of the first targets of the separatists.
Not a fun place to be. Robots don't make for good jailers.
This
That
is
much
true.
we can agree on. He'll offer his drink as like a cheers, because his
I'll toast
jailers too would have been droids. So,
I'll just say Roger, Roger.
he grunts. Don't turn into one of those clankers now.
You know me.
Yeah, but the reclaimers came and they set me free. I'd heard about everything that had happened, and I figured I owed them. They're trying to make a bit at this, and that whole He looks like torn. He's like, I signed on to serve the Republic, not an empire.
Here, here.
Sounds like
You
a
have no
young
worry
man's
of that
fight.
with me. Is that why they were trying to protect you when I was asking?
I think so, yeah. They know that, well, from what I hear, a lot of the clones signed on for continued service.
Not all of us. Some of us still had our morals intact.
Yeah, maybe. He looks a little nervous at that. There's, seems to be a lot of confusing information about what took place during the, well, most would call it an appropriate rise to power of Senator Palpatine. Or what was he? He wasn't Senator. What was his title again?
He was Supreme Chancellor.
Supreme Chancellor. Thank you. Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. There's some that say it was more like a seize of power.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I was on Coruscant when it happened, and it didn't seem like a peaceful seize of power to me. It was a bloodbath, Spectre.
Vaan's gonna noticeably like exhale and and just kind of cross his arms at this point.
I really perk up hearing it, but try to stay like I'm not paying too closely attention. The whole thing, because I want to know what actually went down outside of just the general news, public news, and that.
Yeah. He says, listen, about helping you all out.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'll perk up a bit. I want to hear this because I want to get the fuck out of here.
I slap a data pad on the table and say, "This is the list of components required to fix our vessel."
Okay. He looks it over and he whistles. Ooh. Oh my.
I told you, deplorable.
I'll glare.
Still glaring at the pilot.
Techno glare.
Yep.
What are we looking at? Is this feasible?
It's gonna be hard for me to convince them to part ways with this many. Let's just say this runs quite a few credits.
So we seem to be a little short on credits at this moment.
I left my other pants back at the prison. What can I say?
Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be open to some little bit of negotiation. If we could help you out. Got a lot of talent in this group.
I think I could
well.
persuade her to be open to conversation, but
yeah. That's all we're asking. Just conversation. See where it goes.
yeah, and he'll look back to Griff and just say, "Well, what did you all have in mind?"
I don't know, Spec. Best question is for that Kanol Navar over there.
Grant me access to your systems, and they'll be in peak efficiency in no time.
He's not kidding. He saved our lives. Got that ship on the ground.
Yeah, he may look a little weird, but he's smart, real smart.
And
weird is a matter of perspective.
I think this is the point where Typho speaks up and says, "We also have a few more with us. A couple of injured." Tech nods.
Oh yeah, that's right.
His name's not Tech. I'm pulling from a meta character. Spectre nods.
I call him by character class, and that's it.
Yeah. He's a bad batch. Yeah, so Spectre says, I think we could maybe use some of your talents. I think I convinced her that that's the case.
Fantastic.
We could sign you on temporarily. A couple things we need to look after. And I could certainly use some help. I seem to be the only one that doesn't break things around here.
I fist bump him.
Just like the old
You and me
days.
both, brother.
Says we all have an income, and for Griff here, I'd be willing to pitch in. I'll leave you with about 5,000 credits owing between a lot of you. for this
Yeah, you bet.
Repair.
We'll do what we need to do, brother.
I've basically just been constantly eating this entire time, listening to the adult talk. Essentially, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like taking in what they're, what everyone's saying.
yeah. Okay. Does anyone else have anything they want to add for like this conversation?
No, I'll just thank him too. Bob will just say, yeah, I appreciate that, and honestly, yeah, you won't regret it.
You
That's
might
all.
regret it a tiny bit.
Well, I'm just saying he won't. He probably will.
He's definitely going to, 100%.
He'll
In my head, I'm like, God, we don't even know if we can work together. We barely hang. We've known each other so little time.
Yeah.
He stands up after food and stuff, and he pats Griff on the shoulder and says, "I'll go talk to her now, see if I can organize something. Feel free to eat.
Sure.
If you need seconds, I understand. Sometimes after a long involuntary stay, might need to refuel. So, be in touch." And with that, he leaves, leaving a lot of you together.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What are we doing?
Oh, I'm gonna look at Griff. I'm like, Griff. That I have to admit that you having a friend here, what luck.
Griff died, apparently.
He's like, he's not talking to me. I'm like, okay, fine. I offended you somehow.
Folds his arms.
Whatever. Yeah.
Maybe we lost Paul. Checking in.
Yeah, we must have.
Battery is on his headset, Metagon.
Yeah. Or baby.
Sorry, no, I was just taking a quick bathroom break.
All good.
I was like, okay, scene, I gotta go.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's nice to
Yeah.
nice to connect with my brother.
Yeah, I just said, Paul. I was like, Griff, it's you running into your friend here. Like, what a stroke of luck. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Almost too
I
lucky.
always wondered if he ended up here. Disappeared in the Battle of Rhen Var.
Yeah, you guys spent a lot of time together.
A lot of time.
Great, trustworthy guy.
One of my best.
Excellent. That's what I want to hear.
I'd look over at Typho. It's like, there's a lot of decisions being made around here, potentially. What do you think your comrades will have to say about this?
Well, I think we don't really have a choice. We have to get our ship back off the ground. And I like that better than... These don't seem like terrible people. Maybe I have it wrong, though. But
Glad we agree so far.
rather make the rest of the way in the rigor than take from these folks.
Yeah,
Either
we
or
just.
we have
I mean, if,
Yeah. I will not support stealing a ship from these people.
I had no problem stealing from the rest of the people in the Separatists.
These people aren't
But,
separate.
Mike, do you actually say that?
Yep.
I'm gonna go. I have no problem stealing.
Certainly not. But would you steal from family?
No,
No.
which is
Back-
why I mean, if
back
this
to
is
my brother.
if this is part of your people, then I can respect that for sure.
If he can get us going good enough to make it to the next system and get another ship by any means, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with the plan we have in place right now. I'm happy about that. I'd really like to get that ship up and running, and the quicker we can do that, the better I'll feel about it.
Makes me wonder if some of my other brothers are still alive too.
Possibly.
How many did you know?
In my unit, Spec and 2 others maybe.
How much do I know about?
Presumed
How much would I
dead.
know about clone troopers, Bob? Like
Yeah.
when he says brothers, would I know that what he really means is,
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
else?
You would know sort of the propaganda against the Republic Army. Like whether you bought it or not, it's like sort of like if you grow up in a certain place, that's more 99% of what you're hearing, not the other bit, right? Like hearing
Okay.
anything positive about the clones would have been an edge case. The way it was pitched from where you're from,
Yeah.
using the droids were merely a defense that minimized lives. And if you think about it from like a perspective of like, look at this Republic army that's willing to just make like artificial life and put it out there to die, right? Or like not artificial life, like sentient life, I guess, right? And put it out there to die in their wars for them, right? That was kind of the propaganda around
Yeah.
that, and also it's also like the Separatists saw themselves as rightfully wanting to part ways with the Republic. At least a lot of the common folk did. Maybe not the evil ones you see in like the various thing, but the average person that supported the Separatists would think that they're just trying to maintain their independence, like some form of sovereignty without being under the thumb of what was clearly a republic that was overstepping its boundaries. And that's
Okay.
whether you bought that because of your lifestyle is a totally
Yeah.
different
That was the ongoing message.
Yeah.
Okay. I just need to step away for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
It's 75
Or
minutes or so.
40 minutes.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say Max is like, hey, is there a bathroom around here?
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
And
I'll
that's,
have you-
I mean,
It's
and I'll
it's
put
the
you
bonus of
invisible.
having wireless headphones but having to pee at the same time. Like,
I'll be back. I'll
I
be
can
back
hear
in a
you
sec.
guys, but I don't have a mic on my headphones.
Oh, you don't have a head? Okay.
I've
I've
been in that
just got
situation.
wireless headphones, not a full headset right now.
It's all good. Is there anything anyone wanted to do while you're, that we have
I
mark
do.
out a few minutes? Oh, when that's
I just
let's-
wanted to. I wanted to talk to Kanol really quick. Hey, Navar. Speaking of ships, how much data were you able to pull from our prison before we left?
I slapped down a fistful of data pads.
Yeah, because I know when you last did it, just this last time, you had a data pad with it. I'm like, so I'm going to ask him. I'm like, I had a ship before when we all got captured, and I'm just wondering what happened to it. I'm not expecting much, but I thought if you could look around for me, that'd be fantastic.
Okay. Bob, what kind of information? I know there was some specific queries that I had searched for that people were asking about specific names and such. I don't know if I would have stored data that I had also collected that would be relevant to that
I want to
information.
say you pulled down a whole. I think I gave you an option to pull down a whole bunch of data
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
that makes sense. That's probably easier than trying to parse it all out at the time. So. Okay, I'll if I have any data relating to his ship, then I'll try and pull it up on one of the pads.
Okay. It'd probably take you a little bit to look around. Why don't I think we need some kind of technical skill here for you.
Okay.
A test. Like see if you can find it easily enough.
Sure. I've got computer
It almost say
programming,
programming for
repair.
building the queries.
Yeah. Yeah, programming works.
Okay. $17. He's quite happy to have something to do while he's eating. He's quickly sorting through these pads and enjoying his work.
Yep, okay. Hold on one sec. So with that in mind, you come across like a manifest of what you know from your time at the Citadel is a lot of way they made their money is when they did bring in prisoners, like since it was taken over by droids, right? When after the fall of the Separatists, the way they kept themselves operational is they would bounty back things that were worth money but not necessarily worth anything to them. So they had their vultures. They didn't really need a whole lot more. So what they do is, you know, in the case of like some of these culprits, including your own situation, like your own science vessel was taken and sold back on the market, right? Secondhand. So it looks like that is what happened here.
Okay.
And you would need to kind of know what the Vaan's prisoner number was, and you could kind of connect the dots with that to get to his ship. Just to check with you, Flint, what was your ship make and model? So we
It's it's the Millennium Falcon. It's a YT-1300 transport, light transport.
I am back.
Vaan re-enters.
Wouldn't even pick an 1100 or 2400.
I mean, I want a better ship. I'd love a better ship. Maybe it's the 1300.
Was it a Millennium? I thought it was different than the Millennium Falcon. What you have?
No, it's the standard one that comes with when you pick the smuggler template. They all come with the YT-1300.
Oh, that's stupid.
Or that's what it said. That's what it says in there. I'm fine to do something else.
That's dumb. I hate it.
It's not my ideal ship anyway.
It's like everyone's running around with the Millennium Falcon. That's weird. But I assume that, you know, it comes from the same game where you played a Wookiee as a class, so it makes sense.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Remember, the Millennium Falcon was also souped up, so it wasn't the base model. So
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, the YT-1300s were everywhere.
It would have
If
been
by
cool
souped up, you mean patched together shoddily.
yes,
Yeah, yes, I do mean that.
It would have been cool if they just had like pick a light transport.
Yeah.
You know, like any of them. But it
we'll
doesn't
adjust.
really matter. I
We'll
don't have it anyway.
What were the other models again?
An 1100 and a 2400 were two of the more popular ones.
Yeah, the 11 and 24. Yeah, and then there was there were some older ones that were still in production that like really lasted a long time.
We'll pick
Like
off
the SS,
screen.
the Corellian XS one.
Yeah, we'll pick in between. We'll say it's a YT series craft though. So you can tell that it was actually traded in to it looks like it was sold. It was sold in hut space to a bounty hunter.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. But, sorry, does Dave tells me that? Or?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting to verify.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever information that I bring up, I slide the pad across the table to him.
I just pound the table a bit, like not crazy, but just like shit.
You smashed my data pad, you jerk.
No, I didn't smash your data pad. It was sold. How far away is it, Bob? Would I know? Like, is that something I know, or
where
would
it
I
was
have
sold
to, like,
at, and it was sold in hut space, so not real close to here. Yeah.
Not real close.
Yeah, it's still in the outer rim, but I guess if you're in the sort of top right quadrant ish, it would be in the, middle right quadrant ish. So, more importantly, it would to go investigate, you might have to go either to hot space or around it to one of the major centers and start poking around, or try to track down the bounty hunter.
Not to mention the fact that we'd have to have a ship to go ship hunting.
True.
No, very, yeah.
You gotta always ruin our fun. Always, just always fun ruining.
That's why I'm here.
You know what? It's Navar. I appreciate it, and yeah, it's nice to be able to count on somebody just can tell the truth. That's great. Thank you. So let's get this ship up and running, and maybe we can go look for mine at some point.
Are you interested in who took it specifically? Like,
yes. 100%. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It was you.
Verify that. Yeah, it was you.
You took your own ship.
Paul's.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
You're a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
I wish.
Teach you to fuck around in Nar Shaddaa.
Okay. It was Axon Naboo. This is someone that you're familiar with. This person is a reason your previous crew disbanded. Two of the members of the crew were killed by the bounty hunter. Or rather, why you parted ways versus them disbanding, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, when I read that, Bob, and I see that, I'll be pretty open about that. I'll be like, shit. I'll say something. Like, he'll probably curse for like 10, 15 seconds. Oh, what a horrible person this is. Killed my crew.
So, friend of yours.
He's gonna pay.
Yep. All right. So that is what we have. What do you all? Oh yeah. So I was gonna have one thing Typhon will bring up is he says we have a few of the injured, and I think we need to take them into account in whatever deals we negotiate with. Maybe if they wish, they can stay on. If they'll be accepted here and they want to stay here, we let them. But the rest of us, once we've met our negotiated goals, we should be on our way. I'd like to get back to Tatooine as soon as we can.
Yep.
That sounds more than acceptable.
Okay. All right, guys. So, we're gonna bring her in. Just move forward in time a little bit, unless there's anything in, super in particular, you all want to do.
I didn't want to do anything particular, Bob, but I did have a couple of questions that I wanted to run by you here when you have a sec.
Yep, absolutely. Just maybe we'll verify. Is this something you want to know before the interaction with the head of this place, or would you rather do that first?
No, yeah, right now. Yep. Yeah, because what I want to do, when I went to the bathroom, I wanted to actually, on my way there and back, I wanted to actually poke around specifically.
Okay. In this building in particular?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't really go to another building specifically, right? So, I wanted to, there's a room below us
Yep.
And there's a couple I don't know where the bathroom is the other thing, but I wanted to poke around and see if there was anything just anything interesting, anything going on, just anything in general.
Yeah. Okay. So you can give me like we'll say like a search roll as you are searching for the bathroom.
Yeah, I can't remember if search is like a specific thing. I think it's like if you're. I guess if you're looking for a specific item.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Oh, well, not terrible, not great.
Yeah, not terrible is the important part. So you end
Okay.
up you end up looking through. These are all empty rooms. They look like they're almost like classrooms or rather probably like briefing rooms, right? In their structure.
Okay.
And you know that this is like the officers' barracks, so it's
Like I can't get to it from this side though.
Oh, you can't go
It's
in?
from no, because the doors are on the downside. Like where I am in this hallway, the doors are on the downside.
You can't go this way? Again?
Oh, I can't. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the rooms below us. These are the officers' barracks. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, those are the officers. Those are like briefing rooms, effectively. And if you go back down here, we'll say like I didn't add a bathroom, but we'll just assume that there's facilities this way.
It's here.
Yeah, you see what looks like clearly like these are quarters.
Okay. Does it? I'm gonna are the doors all closed?
Yeah, so you're kind of opening them up, but they do open. They're not.
Yeah. So my I'm gonna look in and see if anyone's in any of them, and of course my excuse is gonna be like, oh, I'm looking for the bathroom.
Okay.
Right. If anyone's in them, and so I wanna poke around to see. I don't have a ton of time, but I wanted to poke around and see if anything stands out or if anything looks odd in any of the rooms.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna do like a big search or a big it's not gonna be crazy, but
Yeah,
I just want to take a look.
Looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Hmm.
Yes.
Search I could actually do that because it says when your character's trying to spot hidden objects or hidden individuals.
Yeah. So there isn't anything super wildly like with
nothing's
your search.
crazy.
Nothing's crazy, but I'm gonna give you an investigation roll to see if you pick up on kind of anything like anything strange.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh.
No, it doesn't necessarily mean the number determines if anything happens. The one means something complicated happened too.
Oh, good.
So we'll move you over. You find out these quarters over here are the ones with like the bigger rooms, and as you reach the very end of them, you enter a room, and inside you immediately smell a fragrance, and it smells like the lady, the one that was leading this group.
Like perfume kind of thing?
Yeah, think of that.
Or something like vaguely like that? Okay.
Yeah, some sort of like fragrance meant to be appealing to the nose that she would wear. It smells just like her because you were close to her not that long ago, so it kind of reminds you of that. You have high perception, so you would notice that right away.
Yeah.
And then just give me 1 sec here. I just gotta look this piece.
Like I just have to see how much damage this trap does.
Give me 2D 100, Mark.
2D 100s?
Yep.
Just down the bottom?
Yep.
2D 100.
Wow. 13 on 2.
That's impressive.
I feel like you really shouldn't be that surprised by this, Bob. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll add that this doesn't actually like posit like the higher isn't necessarily the better. It's more like
You're like lower is worse, but higher is not better.
that's true. Okay.
I mean, really, what like when you actually look at that roll, it looks like you actually roll 4d10. Because if you roll just 1d100,
Yeah.
it's... Oh, no, I guess no, it's not. Yeah. I don't know how they would have done that for 2d100 then, 13.
Okay, I want...
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to get you to roll another 2d100 here real quick. For my purposes.
Okay. Tell me when.
Go for it.
0117. How do they get 72 out of that?
One in a 71.
Oh, I see. Okay, so 72. Just
Okay.
quite a bit higher.
1 sec. Let me just check one thing.
I only did that once, Mike, in my defense.
But it did happen once.
Yeah, and that dice deserved everything it got.
But it did.
My only regret is that I didn't save it and throw it into a river.
Yeah. You see that you're kind of snooping around, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
You see like a small electrical device over here. It looks like some sort of something that you would be able to press and it would project upward. Are you feeling curious enough to do so?
I'm gonna make willpower roll. I'm gonna give myself a moderate difficulty. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So you press it, and as you walk forward, you press the device, and it shows you what looks almost like it projects upward, almost like turning into a 3D model that's spinning around in front of you.
Okay.
Almost like and as it's doing so, you see it looks like some sort of base. Specifically,
does it look like this one?
No, it does not. It looks like some sort of military compound.
Oh.
And
okay. And there's no like I can't there's no labeling or anything like that. I can't tell.
You hear
oh my god.
This is what your one is.
Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah.
Who do I see? I guess.
Yeah. So you see the lady.
I'm gonna roll my persuasion.
Okay.
And I am going to say, sorry, I was looking for the bathroom, and this obviously isn't it, but I just I don't know, like I was just that's it. That's what I'm doing. So let's see how this works out. Yeah.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah, she'll be like wrong direction.
I tried down the hall, like on the other side of the hall, but like there was nothing there. There was just rooms.
Did you have the wherewithal to shut the thing off, by the way, before?
God no.
I'm gonna say. Let's see here. What kind of? Let's roll a d10.
Yeah.
I don't have con. I have persuasion and I have bargain, but bargain's obviously not relevant. Let's see what persuasion actually does first. It's similar to con and bargain, and it's a little of both. A character using persuasion is trying to convince someone to go along with them, but they aren't tricking the person. That would be con, and they aren't paying them. That's bargain. So
We'll go with a flat. I mean, this technical isn't. You know what? We're gonna go with technical. Like, did you remember, or did you maybe you remembered, but it's like, did you even know what button to press to get the thing off? Right.
Okay. Sure. Where's technical? What would it be? Just to check. I'll just roll a flat technical.
I think so. Okay. We'll say that you went to shut it off, and you were fumbling with it.
When she walked in, and maybe I got it, but not soon enough for her to clearly see what I was doing.
Exactly. Yeah. You shut it off, but she probably entered the room before you shut it off.
Yeah, and then I would have been like, "Oh, sorry, I was just looking for the bathroom."
I understand why you would be confused, but these are my private quarters. You wouldn't mind?
Oh, sorry. I will not leave because I can't. Yeah, I'll immediately leave. Oh, before I go, I'm actually gonna say, oh, thank you for the food. I appreciate it. I haven't eaten in a long time.
She nods. She doesn't say anything in return.
Is there a roll I can make to see if like what I just attempted to do actually worked? Like perception maybe? To see if she bought it or if she's like not a chance. Or like you don't even have to roll, she didn't.
I think that like she's probably onto you a little bit. Like at least a little bit.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But you also, you know what, make I know we've been rolling perception like crazy, but just give me a flat perception roll. This one would be a con if you had it, but you don't. So
no, I don't. This is my skill set after all. You couldn't tell from the rolls, but technically it's what I'm good at.
Yeah, we'll say what you get from her is that, she tries to present herself as this military commander of sorts.
Yeah, but she's got like perfume in her bedroom. Yeah.
It reminds you a bit of she reminds you a bit more of the type of people you might encounter in your old life.
What do you mean?
Like the nefarious side of things, those dealing on the streets of Raxus, those
I see.
Dealing with pirates, that sort of thing.
Yeah, people who are shady and they try to present in a certain way because they're kind of covering. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
You're sensing a little bit of an act with her, though.
Yeah, there's something else going on. Okay, yeah. Well, I will say like I will then go to the bathroom wherever it happens to be, and then I'll head back, and then we can continue.
Yeah. So we'll say at that point, all the conversation and food's done as you enter back in.
Yeah, and then they'll have done all their stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect. Thank you,
everybody. That brings us back together. So, if you all don't have anything extra you want to add, I think you would all note that Max has gone a little bit longer than maybe a quick trip, though, who knows what that could be all about. When I come back, I'm going to try to catch Flint's eye and kind of like make a weird face, but that's it.
How would I pick up on that, Bob?
Like kind of like when I look at you, I'll kind of like a raising of my eyebrows, something like it's like I'm trying to do like a secret kind of like look, but it's very badly done. We've rolled a lot of perception. I don't feel like we need to at this point. I think you can just Bob, I don't want to do this anymore.
I miss all of that, and I just look right at him and I say, clearly the food has not agreed with your digestive system.
Right. So you would pick up on that if you need to. Anything anyone wants to do in the next minute or two? If not, we'll have her enter. That's it.
I'll gather up my data
give you a
pads
nod.
and away.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and I'll nod to you, Mark. I'll just give you a little like, yeah, I got what you're obviously trying to tell me something, so.
All right. With that, she enters, her arms folded behind her back, and she walks with like a strong posture to, kind of like stand. She doesn't actually sit down, given the place is pretty full, and she doesn't know/trust a lot of you. She looks about the room.
You're like, yeah, it's stupid.
Well,
when I see that, I would offer up my seat.
No, thank you. I prefer to stand.
I'll say I just want to say on behalf of my entire crew and myself, thank you for your hospitality. We have good sleep, and the food here is way better than we've had in a long time.
She nods. So one of my men has suggested that a lot of you are interested in some form of negotiations to get your ship up and running. As I noted before, we are low on resources. So anything we trade must come with some form of compensation. But I understand that you are running rather low yourselves on supplies.
Yeah, this is true, which is why we've offered our services instead in lieu of monetary payment.
And what sort of skills are we talking about here? She says, there's a look over to Kanol, like an acceptance of that, and then like she looks at the rest of you like with less certainty, if that makes sense.
Yep. I'll just tell her, I'll say, we're an eclectic bunch. You can see it very clearly, and
They're my assistants.
we're
We're
Rhen
100%
Var
riding his coattails.
is incredibly technologically and computer literate. We have a lot of other skills as well, which is why we're together. So, if there's anything that you need done, something that requires multiple skill sets, then
This is
we're
the
your
wrong group.
She nods. There's I understand that you all are recently escaped prisoners from a place called Lola Seyu.
We were detained unfairly, yes.
She nods. Right. But then I imagine they didn't just let you all go free of some sort of threat.
They even supplied us with the ship.
Right. She smiles.
I'll laugh. I'll chuckle at that.
Well,
Yes, not all of us got out. If that's what you're getting at.
you're not strangers to trouble then.
Sadly,
And
no.
I think that's a fair assessment.
I'm guessing Specs never told you any war stories.
He has, actually. I have to admit, I usually fall asleep through half of them. There's a place nearby. An old holdout. When we first landed, we went to reclaim it. We lost quite a few of our people. The droids there were still active. And I think we can strike some sort of deal with you. You get there, you help us deactivate it, let's say. Eliminate the threat so that we can come in. If you help us with that. Assuming things are still operational and not in pieces when you're done. The cost of the supplies you need for repairing your ship will be on us.
So let me just clarify. We need to go there and do what specifically?
I think she's saying she wants us to shoot up the place, but don't shoot up the place.
Shooting it up is fine, but try to keep it in one piece. It has some
You want us to
technology
live
that
with
we
it.
would rather keep our hands on.
All
Are
right.
these Confederate droids, or are we looking at
It's
something
probably
different?
best if you tell us what you want to have kept in one piece so we can avoid shooting that.
Which is why I asked. Yeah, we need some details. I don't want to have to do this whole thing and then get back here only to find out we fucked up. and we're not getting our ship fixed.
I need 2 things from you, Flint. I need a bargain roll real quick.
Okay.
Over 10. And I'll also get you to roll 2 D100, please.
2D100.
Let's see if you can roll lower.
Oh,
81 and 80.
I rolled 13 on that, Flint, just to remind
know.
you.
Very funny.
And you got 161. Oh my gosh.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I don't believe so, no.
The place is an old separatist holdout. The base was designed to create problems. Sorry. The base was designed in such a way that it would eliminate the threat of incoming forces. They have a lot of planetary defenses there that we would like to repair and maintain so that we can keep this place to ourselves.
Okay. Who's holding it?
As I said, I think there's a holdout. Former separatists. I don't understand exactly, but it seems that the droids there have managed to keep online somehow.
Okay.
What manner of droids are we speaking of?
Battle droids for the most part, though they had auxiliary defenses as well.
Clarify.
Are you familiar with Droideka?
Indeed. You know that they have them, or do you know how many?
We don't have numbers. As I said, it was when we first landed here, it was our first target, but it was a poorly chosen one. We lost a good deal of our friends and family. Fortunately, this one was left unguarded, and those droids that were present were shut down. I am not certain how the droids remained active.
Okay. I mean, I don't know about you guys, that seems simple enough.
Count me in.
Yeah, simple. Great. If it's what we gotta do, we'll do it.
Yeah, we got this.
Alright, guys, it is 10:23 and it feels like it's fading off a little bit. It seems like a good segue to cut off anyways. Why don't we go ahead and wrap there?
Yeah.
And
Sounds good.
we'll pick up with the mission next week.
Yeah, I like that.